want y'all to know this is literally one of my biggest fears because I am pretty dyslexic. Yeah, so even though I'm a poet for a living and speak in front of people every day, I wanted to have a night of risk, fun, excitement, and no limits. Something without limits. I don't need any help in order to know what I'm doing. It's not something evil. I did something I had to take back. I knew it was a mistake. I was wandering around, stoned at night. Something happened after I saw, I walked home after visiting my very old cat and hanging out with my ex-boyfriend at the apartment that we used to share. I talk about first of all, I went out for a drink after talking on the phone with my most current ex-boyfriend. I'm starting to have a lot of these times. And I'm a middle-aged man, and I haven't done anything wrong. I said where I was going. I told my new ex-boyfriend that I'm gonna go hang out with my old ex-boyfriend. I went to Poison Girl. Greg was there, just like I expected. Except he was there with some guy that I didn't know very well, and I thought they might be flirting or something. That's what it looks like from my vantage point as I passed them after getting a drink. I didn't say hi. I was about to say hi, but didn't. I didn't want to screw up his date. I took my beer with me and walked outside to the patio. I looked around, but I didn't see anyone I knew or frankly I wanted to talk to. I stepped back inside and went to the table across from the pinball machine. They were all empty. I sat down and worked on reorganizing my stand-up set list in my notebook. I do stand-up. I wanted to figure out where some kind of interlude was missing. Moods have to change just right. I don't know. It's a process. I worked on it. I looked over at the bar. Greg was newly alone. The other guy had left, gone to the bathroom or something, so I walked over to Greg and we talked for a bit. Greg asked if I wanted to come over, watch TV, smoke pot, play with the cat. No, we wind up doing that. I took some cat pictures at the old apartment. We lived there for 10 years. And a lot of my stuff is still there. And I looked through a book of Roz Chast. This is Bean talking now. Hopefully I said that right. Roz Chast? I don't know. Back to the story. Roz Chast cartoons. We watched videos of John Oliver and Samantha Bee on YouTube. Greg told me he's starting to see someone else, but it wasn't the person sitting next to him at the bar. It was some guy named Bill. It's called Netflix and Chill, not Netflix with Bill. Am I right? Not bust a Netflix with your friend Bill. I screamed on stage 2 years ago. And now Greg is seeing some guy named Bill. I guess my joke was that good. We're just stoner friends who hang out together now. I have no interest in Greg anymore. I foresee the collapse of all civilization. I don't know. Here's part two of the story. It's not as good. I said goodbye to that cat. Greg and I left his place. He walked me halfway to my place. We live 3 blocks away from each other now. I was on my own after halfway. We were together for 10 years. It's been 6 months, and I'm getting used to it. Halfway after halfway home, I saw a blue car and had something sticking out of the windshield. I saw something in the windshield wiper, a plastic bag with something folded inside. This dark urge took over me. I thought there might be some money in it or blackmail information. Some lover stuff. I was high. I snatched it out of the windshield and walked home with it. Shit, I had to pee really bad. I was ashamed, scared on the rest of the walk home, anxious. There seemed to be all kinds of voices outside. What if they were all watching me and commenting? What if I set foot in their trap? What if this was some kind of experiment? What are these people saying in that apartment complex? Are they watching? What if this is like the movie Blue Velvet? I'm glad someone knows what the fuck that is. I had to Google it. Back to Bob. Blue Velvet, comma. And what am I holding in my hand? What if I get dropped into some underground world of intrigue and criminality? What if it all starts here? I was thinking, what if this is my story? I walked into my apartment and opened up the bag with the note, and it said, I hit your vehicle on the left front fender. Then the person, this nice person, wrote insurance information. I had taken the note off the car. Some person's damaged car. I said this in the beginning, I had to return it. I felt like a monster. I returned it. The night was over, and I went to work the next day. It's my brother John's birthday. I didn't call him. He voted for Trump. I don't want to talk to him. Greg's birthday, wait, my bad. Greg's brother's birthday is also today, and that man also voted for Trump. Greg's brother is exactly the same age to the day and to the year as my brother. Isn't that weird? What are the chances? Life can be poetic and cinematic sometimes, not always. When Greg and I were together, we looked like each other, y'all. We liked each other so much that we looked like each other. People always thought we were brothers and sometimes asked if we were twins. And as we got closer and closer and closer to the breakup, we started to look a lot less alike. Now we don't look like each other. We don't share the same brain anymore. I don't even have a brain.